We are live. Welcome to Blue Collar Blitz. I'm your host, Maverick.
And I'm Big O.
Got a special guest coming in. T Money supposed to be coming in. We got a lot to talk about. Not really, not for real.
A lot to talk about in a little time.
Yeah, we we're gonna get into Coach Let's Bite the Kneecaps, Dan Campbell. Some comments were made on St. Brown's podcast by Fred Warner, the linebacker from the San Francisco 49ers, about if we, as the Detroit Lions, are practicing too hard, too realistic. So we're gonna give T Money a chance to get in here. But we're gonna talk about that. I'm sure he's gonna come in here with his banter because Michigan did beat Michigan State Friday night. It was a
They did.
That was a
good game.
It was a good game. It was a good game. It was very frustrating in the second half because even though they ended up, taking the lead, so we'll get into it. We don't want to get into it too much. That'll be towards the end of the episode. We will also hit on, and we want to know from you guys if any of you plan on actually watching the Pro Bowl tomorrow night. I don't.
That's tomorrow?
Tomorrow night.
I see.
And yeah, so we gonna get into it. What's up, T Money?
What up, man? What up? Man, let me get my mic situated.
Yeah. Go ahead, get your mic and your camera situated. If I don't know if you can see our screen, but I'll let you know if it's okay. So I'll let you know if it's centered. If you got to move left or right, I usually take care of it in post editing, but I can't do it for the actual live stream. So I'll let you know. So we're gonna talk about that. We already did our predictions. We're gonna get T Money's predictions because he was MIA last week for obvious reasons. But we're gonna get his prediction on the score, and we're gonna have fun with it tonight. We ain't gonna hold y'all too long, So while he gets that situated, let me pull up these quotes.
45, 47.
Where we at? Quotes. Oh, we can throw this out here real quick while we waiting. While we waiting on T Money to get his camera and his mic situated. Did you guys realize that Onwuzurike and Pascal are still under contract for next year because of some rule that not many people knew about? I'm sure the Lions knew about it, but I'm sure they're smart with it. I'm sure they knew about it, but I didn't know about this rule. Did you hear about that, Big O?
Not at all.
So because they weren't put on injury reserve, they were put on the PUP list, the physically unable to perform list. It basically pauses their contract. It freezes their contract.
Ooh.
So it's like all that time didn't count. So they're still under contract. I think Onwuzurike is saying he's gonna make 1.5 mil, which is a little bit above league minimum. And then he has a chance to get more money for roster bonuses and all of that. But yeah, him and Pascal still on the roster. So for all of you who, you were like, well, at least we don't have them, I don't mind them being on. If I'm only giving you 1.5 mil, I'm fine with it.
If it ain't breaking the bank, no.
Yeah.
If it ain't making a difference.
Also in other news, the NFL salary cap is expected to be over 300 mil.
Over?
Yeah, so
right now we still be in the negative though, right?
Yeah, because I think we get another 20. Let me see. Like 5 to 10 mil more. So it's not gonna be a drastic change, but every little bit counts, right? When you put the pennies in the penny jar. What else we got for news? I'm still looking for these quotes. I'm looking at news, but I'm still looking for the quotes. I had them here, and then I restarted my computer. All right. Did you guys get a chance to see the clip?
Yeah, I watched.
Okay.
There
we go.
About the Fred Warner.
Yeah, got the clips. Got the clips. Got the clips. Got the quotes. We're good to go. All right. So getting into this, for those of you who may or may not know, Amon-Ra St. Brown has a podcast that he does with his brother. And special guest for this particular episode was Fred Warner, middle linebacker for the San Francisco 49ers. They talked about a myriad of things, but what I want to focus on is, basically, they were talking about the conspiracy surrounding their own injuries, with their practice field being so close to a certain facility. So you were talking about that, and St. Brown was like, "Well, we have hella injuries every year too." So, and Warner said, "Y'all go hard. Old Dan Campbell be over there telling y'all to bite kneecap. So at some point, So then St. Brown was like, "Wait, so you guys don't go full tackle in camp?" And Warner's like, "No,
They
we would never
flag.
do that.
They over there flag football.
We would never do that." So they thump. So they wrap up or they hit you, and then they're like, that would have been a tackle. They don't go full on tackle. St. Brown's like, "See, nah, we go full, we go live." So Warner said, "Well, at some point, Dan's gonna have to come to his senses." He's like, it's not making anybody better, and we can still get our work in without bringing guys to the ground. St. Brown was like, every time a new player comes to our team, they look at us during practice, and they're in the locker room like, "Y'all practice like that all the time?" And he's like, "Yeah, this is all I know." So then Warner's response was, "I get the mindset that he's trying to instill in y'all, but because he's obviously saying you can't become better at tackling unless you practice tackling, right? I'm sure that's the mindset, but tackling is about getting all the way there, wrapping the guy up, thudding the guy, wrapping him, and you just don't have to do the extra to bring him to the ground, right? So half the time guys are in desperation trying to get someone on the ground where you're putting yourself and the person you're tackling at risk. That's improper tackling technique, but if you're doing it correctly, you can be in position where you can tackle and be like, okay, I ain't bring you all the way to the ground." So, he's now, Fred Warner doesn't know our history here in Detroit with not being able to tackle for years. Dan Campbell was a player here and lived it, like got to witness it. You couldn't get, the only way you would get closer to witnessing the fact that we couldn't tackle as a team is if you were the person missing the tackles on defense. But him as a tight end on the sideline, he's witnessing the fact that he's like, we can't tackle. We're missing tackles. So I'm sure he's watched the practice on the defensive side of the ball and saw the way they were doing things and the way the team was ran. And he was kind of like, well, when I get my opportunity, I'm going to make sure that we shore that up. So my question to you guys, is what do you think about that? Do you feel like that may have something to do with it? Do you feel like that's improper for the Detroit Lions to be going, full live tackling, or, do you feel like just stay the course? Let me hear some of your thoughts.
I think the way they doing it is fine. I mean, what's next? Flag? I mean, they don't. It's not touch football in the real game. They like, hey, let's get it in. I mean, if they like doing it ridiculous to the point of somebody getting hurt, that's one thing. But I mean, I don't see a problem with it. Again, he played for San Francisco. You know where San Fran is.
I feel like if it ain't broke, don't fix it. You know what I'm saying? And Warner just talking, they've been having crazy injury the last 3 years. So I think you should basically focus on the 49ers. But that dude, listen to the interview and listen to him. He's just an arrogant individual. You can just tell. Just listen to everything he's saying. You know what I'm saying? But
what stood out to you in that podcast that led you to believe that? Because I didn't listen to the whole thing.
Everything his team did was great. Brock Purdy, the best quarterback he ever seen. His defensive coordinator was the best in the league. His division is the best in the league. Like all that stuff. But if you play football, you play contact. I feel like it's better. I don't mind the contact because it becomes second nature. It becomes instinct. You know what I'm saying? So if you're not hitting in practice and then game time come, you might pull up on a certain play you wouldn't have pulled up in if you practiced it. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
You used to the contact. I don't have no issues with it. I feel like it gets your body ready for the game in practice. Like if anybody play ball, y'all remember double sessions? You know, one morning you might be in full pass going hard, and in the second half you might be in pass for a minute, and then you break down the pass in shorts. You know what I'm saying? So I have no issue with it.
Okay. All right. Getting back to Big O's statement of what's next is flag football. So I mean, they're not doing two-hand touch. They're not like, oh, I got you, and you would have been like they are wrapping up, that was our biggest issue years ago. We weren't wrapping up. All we wanted to do, it looked like Madden. Everything was a hit stick. I'm just gonna try to throw my body at you and hit you with my shoulder, and then they would miss the tackles. So I feel I'm kind of in the middle. I can't confirm or deny that.
You kind of agree with him?
I can't confirm or deny that them going full tackle is what's causing the injuries. But when you have,
you got to think the type of injury they having though. They're not having like fractures and junk like that. You know,
they are having fractures. They're not having soft tissue injuries, which is why Dan Campbell was like, I'm not worried about our medical staff or our tackling, because he's like, they're not soft tissue. It would be different if it was like I got a bruised thigh, or because I remember we were playing. This was my second year. This was my second year playing. And we were playing no pads, just helmets. I run a quick slant, and the safety came down and drilled me in my thigh with his helmet. And I had a thigh contusion. Needless to say, I was pretty banged up that week. It made my thigh swell, and he didn't mean to do it, but we were used to playing with practicing with the pads on, and we didn't have the pads on, and he went low and hit me in the thigh. But something like that, I would say, okay, maybe you guys need to pull back a little bit, because now you're getting all these soft tissue issues. So like you said, I know what you were trying to say. It's not like it was soft tissue issues. They're tearing Achilles or they're breaking bones. And that's something where it's like, well, the practice didn't really do that. Now, here's the thing. The reason that I put Arnold on the cover of the thumbnail is because he battled back from multiple shoulder injuries before they were finally like, we got to shut it down and you need surgery on your shoulder. He sat out some practices. I don't know what they do, and I feel like, honestly, these are freak accidents. At the same time, the reason that I say I'm kind of in the middle is because I'm not going to. I don't think that you should, be necessarily body slamming your teammates in practice, because they need to play Sunday. So there has to be a balance. I'm not saying that you play two-hand touch, but I feel like you can wrap up and then say like, I would have got you. All right, cool. Cool. Because if I run and I catch the ball and Big O is trying to tackle me and get me down, I'm not just gonna lay down, because I don't want to practice that mentality either, right? They say you play how you practice, right? So if you're practicing to get me down in a tackle and I'm practicing to try to break this tackle, we could get hurt. So I just think it has to be a balance. I'm not saying you take the tackling out, but just use. I mean, each player.
And how do you feel that? I disagree with all that, because that's why you got trainers. You know what I'm saying? That's why you got trainers. That's why you got assistant coaches, and they supposed to come to you and give you the status on wear and tear on your players' bodies. You know what I'm saying? If that player is pulled hamstring,
I know the wear and tear on my body. I'm not a drone. I know the wear and tear on my body. I knew I had a thigh contusion. It ain't what nothing the trainer could tell me about my thigh contusion. I saw that. I saw it and I felt it. I had a thigh contusion.
I don't feel Campbell was putting his players in there if they're at 60% or risk of pulling. I don't see that, man. I don't see that.
You just saw it. You literally just saw that this season. You thought Terrion Arnold's shoulder was 100% healed when he got back in after he missed that game? You just saw him go in.
Yeah, but guess what? He only practiced 1 day a week. So a lot of those injuries, and check it this year, a lot of that time, players would not practice for wear and tear. They miss a day or two, and then they'll practice like the day before, they last practice or whatever like that. So, no, I'm not, no.
You just proved my point.
No,
you just proved you did just prove my point. If I'm not practicing all week, Big O, who usually gets held out of practice? Healthy players or hurt ones?
It's to let your body heal up and stuff like that.
If I'm 100%, you said you don't think Dan Campbell will put people in there at 60% health. If I'm at 80, 90, 100% health, I have no reason to miss practice.
Guess what? It's football. Nobody's going to be at 100% every week.
Right. So, again, you're continuing to prove my point. No one's at 100%. So, yes, you did see Dan Campbell put people in at 60% health.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just feeding you back what you said. You was like, I don't think he would put anybody. He did. You're proving that point by saying, look,
Aaron was not at no 60% playing, man.
Why?
Aaron was not 60% playing ball, bro.
Man, why your number keep going lower and lower?
He said 60%.
It's like, like 70, 60.
No,
50,
what I'm saying is he's saying he doesn't believe that Dan will put someone in at 60% health. I said he did, because if you're not practicing, you're clearly not at 100. No one is at 100 as the season goes on. So now you're probably at 80 or 90, which proves my point further, because if we know you're only at 80 or 90% health, but we hold you back, it's because your health is probably lower. Yeah. You're probably more banged up, and we're like, we really need you for the game. So don't use that little bit.
I don't think he putting people in at 60. Maybe 80.
That's gonna be a lot of people, 80%. But if
80, but 60, that's kind of low.
Nah, I mean, that shoulder wasn't 80. I need y'all to go back and watch the tape. That shoulder wasn't at 80. It wasn't. Go back and watch it. That wasn't at 80. Now, I'll give you that for other players. But that wasn't at 80. It wasn't. Now, you tweak the ankle, all of that other stuff, and it's like we can tape it up, you can play. I'll give you that. That's at 80. But a shoulder, and you laying on, and then it's like, I'm going to miss a couple games, and then I come back, and then you hurt it again, and now you need surgery. If you were that close to needing surgery, you were probably closer to 60% health. That's all I'm saying.
No, man.
Nope.
We'll let the people in the comments, put their thoughts in. But that's math. I don't argue math. We can have a difference of opinion. I ain't arguing math. I ain't arguing it. So, do you feel like our defense compared to the 49ers defense, with the fact that it's come out now that we practice differently, are we on the right? We're on the right path compared to them?
I always feel like
they got freak accident. They got freak injuries too.
Yeah, they got way more injuries. If you look at the injury for the last 3 years,
they got less. Well, this past year they have less. We're actually second. We're ranked second for men out of the game. Men missing games due to injury. The only team that first is the Cardinals.
In the last 3 years, if you take the total of 3 years, Fran has been decimated with injuries right along with the Cowboys and us.
Let's okay. I'm gonna look that up, by the way. I'm researching everything.
But I feel the difference that separated us in San Fran is the coordinators. They had coordinators that's been there for years. Their team been there for years. Not much of a drastic change in a personnel. And that's basically it. You know what I'm saying? I feel like on the offensive side of the ball, we killing San Fran outside of McCaffrey. You take McCaffrey away, they're done on offense. You know what I'm saying? McCaffrey is their offense.
That's true.
All right,
that's true. And it is the 49ers, by the way. He was right. Past 3 years, they take the top, and that's on offense and defense. But continue.
Yeah, so on defense, they got some playmakers on defense. But, for Warner to say that, and salute to him because he's a good player, but 49 used to be my team, but him talking all that trash, man, made me dislike them a little bit.
I'm gonna have to go. I'm gonna have to go rewatch though. I'm gonna have to watch the entire thing because I watched for that clip because I saw him make headlines. But I'm gonna watch the entire thing to see how arrogant he seems to be. I didn't take him as an arrogant person, but again, we not 49ers fans like that, so we're not really listening to him, talk consistently.
Yeah,
but I'm gonna go check it out.
Him talk too much. You know what I'm saying? This bias, his division better. Now everybody in the league know hands down the North Division is where it's at, and I can't take it. San Fran, Rams, Seattle, they share okay. But
what you know what? It sounds like T Money over there, like Nino Brown. Sit down, you pretty mother. I ain't like you.
Pretty mother. I ain't like you anyway.
It kind of hurt my soul to like a team that much, and you know what I'm saying. And I can't even trip because you know what, St. Brown can be like that borderline. But I think he kind of modest too. You know what I'm saying? But
he can be. I'm glad you recognize that. I'm glad you recognize that.
Yeah. Hey, listen. At least we ain't the Buffalo Bills. You know what I'm saying? No matter what.
Yeah, they're having a tough offseason right now, but you know what? The target could turn to us because I haven't seen anything that gives me confidence for March. What we do in March will give me confidence for April, which will in turn give me confidence for the rest of the season. So I don't want to take shots at other teams, even though I do think that the owner for the Bills are handling things in a very weird way. We got our own issues. I'm gonna focus on our own.
People that don't even people that's like.
I feel like our team is like who we signed, like the unsigned draft. We got to go so hard in undrafted free agents, like other teams have. We got to find some gems out there for real.
I'm not mad at that.
I just don't trust. I don't trust the draft. I mean, we got no choice but to trust it. But I think the free agent sign is where we gotta, put the pieces in and fill in our needs and get back going. Because I looked at the salary cap and we're not looking great. We're not.
Bro, we've been talking about that.
I've been saying that since last summer.
Yeah.
People on TikTok have been grilling me like, "Oh, you know what you're talking about? You know what you're talking about?"
Why you got to use that voice? I know it's Black History, but why you got to use that?
But Mav, put money on it. Goff will restructure his contract. My spider sense is tingling. He has to.
Look, I know what you got to say, man. I see it. That twinkle in your eye.
I don't have a rebuttal for that, man. We'll see. It's not. I just don't want it done. If it happens, cool. I don't like kicking the can down the road. I feel like when you kick the can down the road, it's for one of two reasons. You're this close to winning it all, and we're not. Or you're trying to fix something that you messed up. And I think that's where we are.
I'm with y'all. Go ahead.
Gave this huge contract, and now you're like, we didn't get over the hump. And now we're having salary cap issues. Can we kick the can down the road so we can bring some more people in here? I don't want to pay you through 2040. I'll be retired before his contract ends if we kick the can down the road.
I mean, who's the can that they kicking though?
The Goff.
Oh.
If they restructure his contract, no.
No, it just be dead money. It just be dead money, man.
No.
There's a lot of that going on in the league.
No.
Get rid of Goff, man. Just get rid of him.
I'm not saying get rid of him.
I'm saying get rid of Goff.
You can pay him. He's definitely staying for the next 2 out of 4 years, but pay him that money. Just swallow that bitter pill for the next 1 to 2 years. Bring another quarterback in here to groom up under him. And then you can see it's not as much of a hit when you try to move him, one of those last 2 years. But restructuring and saying, we're going to backload, we're going to push the money. No, I don't want to do that at all.
I agree with that. I think they should start, grooming somebody else to, take up. Give Goff another gear. If he ain't right, bring up the neck.
Hey, what team got so many quarterbacks that they paying for? Is it Cleveland?
Yeah. Well, not really. I mean, 2 are rookies.
No,
it's Deshaun and then.
No, I thought the TV before Deshaun Watson. I thought before
they still got somebody on contract before that.
I know it's some teams with coaches. They got plenty of coaches that they're paying for, but Goff got to do it.
I mean, plenty of QBs.
I'm just talking about far as with their money, dead money, and it's stretched out. Goff got to be one.
It was Browns.
Yeah, Sewell,
35 mil.
Every penny.
Denver still had Wilson on the books. Atlanta still has Cousins on the books.
Yeah.
Giants still carrying dead money from Daniel Jones. That's what I'm saying. I don't want no dead money. When you're gone, be gone. That's like you break up with your ex-girlfriend and all her perfume still on your dresser. Take this.
It's kind of like,
I don't want to be tied up with that.
I miss you.
Yeah, like no, like take all your stuff.
And we ain't gonna have no choice in this one.
T-Money, how much of your ex's stuff you still got in your basement? Because you like dead money. You like memories sticking around. You want to kick cans down the road and delay the inevitable. Just cut it off, T. Just.
I don't got anything.
Yeah, it was good. Good. Then that's all. See, so you get
I'm
it.
joking. I got letters. I got pens. I got clothes. I got hats. I got gym shoes. I'm joking.
Hats and gym shoes. I still got the airbrush T-shirt from '93. Freak Nick.
Oh man. ATL shout out. Freak Nick.
Hey, I got high school IDs.
That's crazy. He like the corner cracked, but I still got it. But no, I don't want to kick the can down the road, man. Just let him play, and we'll go from there. So that's all I got for the Lions this week, man. We gonna pivot. I'm gonna let T Money get his shots off with the game, the Michigan State game. I'm gonna give you two the floor because y'all the two Michigan people. Have at it.
First of all, I want to say salute to Coach May for doing this thing, man. You doing your thing. Secondly, middle finger goes out to your boy, bro. What is what's his name? The guy that be cheating, the guy that be hacking players and play for MSU. What's his name, man?
I don't know who that is. I can tell you who doesn't play good defense, but I don't know if he cheats.
What's his name? I can't think of his name right now.
You know,
Jeremy Fears. Jeremy Fears.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, tripping, hacking, pushing people in the back on dunks. What's up with that guy, bro? And then the coach.
I will give it to you that was a slick thing that he tried to pull off where he pinned the arm under his armpit. But I've seen that in basketball for decades. Sometimes you get away with it, sometimes you don't. You get away with it less because now they're doing all of the instant replays and we want to review it and all of that. But that's been in basketball forever.
I never known Izzo was such a hater, bro.
Explain.
The handshake. He talked about he don't want to talk with his rivals in the post conference and all that. Like, oh, now you wouldn't hate Michigan so much when you beating our tail. Now.
Man, you know what this rivalry. You know what this rivalry is, though. We've never liked each other. You know what this rivalry is.
It ain't been that. I mean, in basketball, the blood ain't been that bad in basketball. In football, that's another thing.
Football, it is,
but not in basketball. Basketball, there's been some friendly battles.
What happened with the handshake, T?
It was that you know what I'm saying, like that hand slap on my way out the door thing. You know what I'm saying, like he didn't want to really touch his hand.
I didn't see it.
I missed that.
If you seen it, you probably look away anyway, man. You'll look away like you're a MAGA supporter, and you just act like.
No, man. I'm a straight shooter.
Wow. Well, you know what? When is Izzo retiring? When is he retiring? Shoot him to the retirement home.
He's not.
He's still doing good. Wait a minute. Why
you want him to retire because you had a tough battle? Are you scared about March Madness?
What? No, that was
Are you
not
scared?
tough.
I think he's nervous about next month, Big O. You want him to retire?
You already know what it is. It's Big Ten title, Big Ten Conference Championship.
Y'all got the better team.
We walking, man.
I don't know that I would say y'all walking. You guys have the better team.
Hey,
you probably shouldn't have been a struggle. Probably shouldn't have been a struggle with us. But you guys had a better team, and you pulled it out. You found a way to win.
At halftime, it was like 46-24, some crazy number like that. Yeah. Then y'all had part of the first,
and we
should have
never taken the lead. We should have never taken the lead. I call a spade, man. Y'all won. You won. Congratulations. But we should have never taken the lead. I can be just as critical of my team as I can be of your team. And you guys.
What did he say? 2 weeks ago.
I did.
What time it is on Friday?
Yeah, and I was wrong. That's what made T Money. That's what made T Money mad. T Money get mad when I accept defeat. That's what keeps stuff going. When I'm like, y'all won and y'all the better team, he don't want to hear that. He's like, no, I want the banter to continue. And I'm like, there's no reason to continue the banter. We lost.
Listen to my little bro. Because you ain't always be like that. Because I can remember many, many times when we was working, and you be like, state. And I just be like, it's always next year. And you just be like,
Yeah.
But
it's called maturity.
Next year. There you go.
I gotta watch my blood
pressure. Now you
understand,
right?
I gotta watch my blood pressure, man. I can't get too up, too down.
Now you understand.
I do. Think,
I do.
I don't think Michigan State better than Nebraska. I don't think they're better than Illinois. I just,
Yeah, y'all. Nebraska had like two of their best players out, and y'all barely beat them. So that's why I'm saying y'all not gonna walk. I wouldn't say y'all gonna walk.
Look,
y'all won by 3, and they didn't have.
We're not gonna get better
players.
as the season go on. We're not gonna get better. Like we're not gonna improve and watch tape and
through that whole game, we both.
Bro, the season is.
We both communicated.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
We both communicated. I said it's always the second half.
Mm-hmm.
Second half, MSU came back. Like I said, anything could have happened.
Right.
So this story could have been totally different.
It could have. It could have been.
And for a minute, I was like, "Oh, see," I was ready to be on here. Like I told you.
Yeah, because I saw when they took the lead, but then I also saw how they were playing after they took the lead, and I rolled over and went to sleep.
I'm gonna tell y'all why y'all lost, man. When Michigan State was getting close, I put a whole lot of different money on Michigan State to pull it out.
Here we go.
So I used reverse jinx to make sure my team pulled it out.
He really thinks that this works, bro. He does this weekly. He really.
It must, cause guess what? He ain't won no money.
He covers his bets.
Hey, what else? Hey, Big O, what else I do when I'm watching the game if my team is messing up? Turn the TV off.
Yeah, he turn it off.
Turn the TV off.
So we're 2/3 of the way through the season. Yes, you are correct, T-Money. You guys can continue to get better, but that is not a privilege that only Michigan has. Other teams have a third of the season left too, and go watch tape and continue to get better. Exactly. and work out rotations and matchups.
This what separates everybody else from the Big Ten. We got 4 teams in the top 10, right? Sure. So when that tournament come, it's only going to build character and make that team better, just like in football. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not disputing that. I'm not disputing that. The Big Ten is putting in work. Mm-hmm. That's not what I'm just saying. I just don't believe that it's going to be a walk in the park for Michigan. And remember,
I don't think that either.
This is coming from someone who, when Michigan was undefeated, I was like, they might make a historic run. I don't know if anyone can beat them, including us. And then they dropped that one game, and I was like, there might be a chance.
And I was talking to Big O. I was talking to Big O about that. I'm glad they lost. I needed them to lose because, this going undefeated is just a certain type of pressure that I don't think that team needed right away, too early in the season. You know what I'm saying?
I think I would have been dope. I ain't gonna hold you. I'm like, this is coming from a Spartan fan, but sometimes I like seeing undefeated. Like I was pulling for Indiana, and Indiana made history.
If we'd been undefeated playing Michigan State, y'all would have beat us.
Think so? Think they would have taken their foot off the gas?
See, what happened is you playing against an undefeated team. You want to be that team to beat them.
Absolutely.
So you want to turn it all and play that much harder. Yes. I think we was undefeated. MSU would have grabbed it.
Okay. All right. Well, we got some games left through early March, so we'll see what happens.
Thank God we wasn't undefeated.
Put March 8th. What day is March 8th, chat? March 8th. I have my phone on me. March 8th. What day is that? I said March. I'm sorry, not March 8th. Yeah, March 8th. March 8th. I said it right. March 8th.
That's a Sunday.
Sunday?
Yeah, Sunday.
Sunday at 5:30. Michigan State.
They play at the Breslin?
No, they play at y'all crib.
Chrysler. They play at Chrysler. Yeah. That's the L.
So let's plan to try to tune into that game and we'll see what happens. It's the last game. It's the last game of the season.
Oh, we can go to the bar. We can catch a bar. You got to work.
Yeah. We can try to catch that game. Oh, real quick, what are we doing? Super Bowl? Are we linking? Are we gonna try? Are we gonna live stream? And you guys can let us know on the TikTok, Instagram, and other accounts. You want to live stream? You guys want to live stream during the Super Bowl, or you want to go?
I feel like we should live stream. I think we should go live stream during. Like live right now. We all had a game on right now.
Yeah.
And we go live stream so we can go play by play, commentate, and then we got the halftime show, and then we can talk about the commercials and all that. It'd be a bomb show.
You with it? You with it, Big O? Okay. All right. So the next show will not be that Monday. It will be on Sunday, Super Bowl. We are going to be here live. We cannot show you live stream for obvious reasons, but I'll try to pull up the screen where you can see like the game cast, and we'll be talking about it here live and giving our analysis and our takes, and we're gonna bring our jokes, and get your popcorn and your beverage ready, drink responsibly, and we'll see y'all Sunday.
My drink and my two-step. My drink and my two-step.
We gonna be on this boy folded. Well,
I'm drinking right now.
Wait
I'm drinking a little bullet right now.
Wait a minute. Brought to you by
this segment has been brought.
Right.
All right. Hey, what else? What was the last topic I said we had? We talked about basketball. We talked about Fred Warner. I feel like we had already talked about it. The two players on the D line.
Right. Let's give a shout out to Shedeur Sanders for making a Pro Bowl. I'm so happy for him. I know it shows what the Pro Bowl is. I understand that, but I'm just happy he made it. It made a lot of his haters. You know what I'm saying? Just like middle finger to the haters for Shedeur doing this thing, man. He up there and having fun playing with all his favorite players, man. Salute to him.
I'm glad you brought that up, my brother. This is how we're gonna end the show. So their new head coach came from the Ravens. And this part that I'm telling you about, there's video footage of. Said their hello when Shedeur came in the office, and he said, "We tried to draft you. You remember that? We tried to get you. We tried to get you. Have a seat."
Baltimore?
Yep. Mm-hmm. So then you go to the comment section, and when you get past all the congratulations, this, and that, it's go time, you get to, it was a comment that I was looking for because I knew someone was going to bring it up. They said, so Baltimore didn't have a draft pick until, 6th round, or, what I'm saying, the round he got drafted in. So they didn't have any draft picks until then. That's what you're telling me when you say you're trying to draft me? And the response to that comment was, well, Deion and Shedeur declined the Ravens.
They did.
Because they didn't want him to sit behind Lamar.
Yeah, he said he wanted to sit behind for 10 years.
I said, that's interesting. So you had a team that was going to draft you much higher, and they just wanted you to sit behind Lamar for a little bit. See, you know what I'm saying? You have no idea if they were going to pivot from Lamar because he's hold on, let me finish. He's been a great talent, but they haven't been able to get over the top. So maybe they would have sat him for, 2 years, 3 years. Who knows, right? Who knows? You declined it. But now that changes the narrative of, ain't nobody want to get him because he a black, cocky, arrogant quarterback. That changes the narrative.
We knew that story, though. That story's been out there already about he didn't want to play for the Baltimore.
But my only point is that changes the narrative because that narrative is still being pushed. It's like, it's because he arrogant, and it's like, well, that changes that. Though.
Come on, Lamar.
What?
He could just be sitting for a couple
of years. Does that change my point?
Huh?
Does that change my point though? Does that change my point of you could have gone earlier? They did not draft you earlier because you're black and cocky. They didn't draft you earlier because you didn't want to sit.
Yeah, but he didn't need to go to a team for the money. It wasn't the money he needed.
That's fine. That's fine. My point.
He wanted to go
this
to
my
a team
point. We're not talking about all this over here. My point is, like right here, this right here, like focus right here.
He could have went earlier. He could have went earlier.
Could have, would have, should have, didn't.
And the narrative was the reason why he didn't go earlier was because that's not the reason he didn't go earlier. That's my only point. That's my only point.
He wanted to play.
Well, obviously he wants to. Everyone wants to play. My unborn child will want to play. Like that's not the point. The point is.
All right, so we both be knocking Shedeur because he didn't want to play behind Lamar Jackson.
None of this was knocking Shedeur because the comment didn't come from Shedeur. The comment didn't come from Shedeur. The comments came from the general public. My point is the general public is quick to jump on false narratives because people don't like facts at all. they jump on false narratives, and then when more information comes out, then they want to move the goalposts and not talk about the fact that you pushed this false narrative for damn near a year. That was my only point. I'm not saying I would want Shedeur to sit. My only point was that changes the narrative of what a lot of people were pushing on the internet. This is against us, blah blah blah, and I'm like, man, like this sounds like victim mentality to me.
Shedeur is in God's plan. God set it up for him. He made the journey for him, and his journey was the Cleveland Browns, and now he will go into next season being a starting quarterback, lest some injury or some take over.
Did you say that in April?
No, well, I thought he can beat everybody. Watson was out. I didn't think nobody was going to beat Shedeur Sanders, but I didn't know they were going to handicap him and not give him no reps and not see what he can do. Just sit him with a clipboard. Nobody thought that. You can't say you thought that either. Nobody thought that.
What was your? I can tell you what my first thought was. I watch the draft every year. What was your first thought when you saw him drop so far? I can tell you my first thought.
He was blackballed because of his dad.
What was your first thought, Big O?
Because of his dad, I thought the same thing. I mean, they just thought they was bringing. They didn't want to bring all the cameras and the hype and everything. They didn't want all that extra, or they thought it was going to be some extra, and it wasn't. He got played.
So did you see the comments of the people who did not believe that it was because of his dad, and they thought it was because of his confidence? Because I like his confidence. I know a lot of people will call it arrogance and cocky.
Yeah.
I think I like his confidence, but a lot of people are like, he's overly confident, and I'm like, what else should you be? If you don't believe in yourself, we're gonna believe in you. Like I like the confidence.
You see Bo Nix, you see Dart.
Right.
Those guys got the similar swag. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
People don't call them arrogant.
Yeah. So my point was, like, no, he's confident, and people are like, they didn't get him because he's black and he's confident, and I was like, I don't know if that's why. I don't.
Oh, they want him to come out there. Ooh, I sure likes to play for you.
Hey,
listen. They were thinking that's why
he
he didn't get picked, and I was like, I don't think that's why he didn't get picked. We'll never know the full story, but I'm like, I don't think that's why he didn't get picked.
Hey, Detroit should have swooped him up. I wanted Detroit to pick him up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I wanted
them to trade for him. Even
I wanted them to go to I wanted him to go to Pittsburgh. Now that was the shock of the draft for me. When he slid past Pittsburgh, I was like, oh my God, I don't know football.
And that's probably you know what?
I was like, he was sitting right there.
Hey man, I don't think that was a Mike Tomlin call either. I think that came from upstairs. I think Mike Tomlin would have drafted him.
Well, yeah, I would have put a large amount of money on he won't get past the Steelers. Like, I bet you that. I bet you he's sitting there still. And when he didn't go, I was like, am I in an alternate universe?
I couldn't believe. I was watching it like, again, he got missed. Every time they was like, okay, next person came up. I'm like, okay, here he come. What the? After a while, I started cussing. I was like, I can't watch him. I was like,
all right, real question. What's going on? Why his brother Shiloh can't get no run? He was a nice safety.
He was where was he? He was in Miami, right? On the practice squad.
He was in
Tampa. That's right. Thank you for the correction. He was in Tampa. I don't know what happened after that. I don't know.
And dude working out, he said he want to get on the squad, but I'm like, that name, I feel bad because they last name Sanders. You know what I'm saying? I feel so bad. They under this big cloud of their dad that they can't even make, cut a line.
You know what? I wish I knew more about that because ain't like we couldn't have used the help when we lost all our safeties. Like, you know what I'm saying? We could have gave him a tryout. We could have gave him a tryout up here.
Real talk. We should sign him in the offseason to have a camp with us.
Just have a camp.
It's not gonna hurt. Yeah,
I wouldn't be mad at it. I wouldn't be mad at them bringing anyone in. Like, you can give them a look. I wouldn't be mad at it. We need help because of all the injuries.
We don't got. I'm gonna tell y'all right now. Quote me. Mark it down. We signing a free agent safety. We got no choice. Both our safeties
we'll
down.
Have a choice. They both down. Yeah.
Playing. They're not gonna play within the first 6 to 7 weeks anyway. Whatever.
Yeah.
So we need to sign some free agents. We're gonna draft one. I hate to say it, probably third round. We're gonna draft the safety. So I would love to bring Silo in.
I don't mind you drafting. I don't mind. We don't have a third round pick though. I don't mind you drafting a safety in like the 4th round. I don't mind it. But The number one priority in March has to be bring in one of the top 2 or 3 centers. We're not gonna get Linderbaum. We're not gonna get him from the Ravens. We're not gonna get him.
I never thought that, man.
Right, I didn't either.
Him.
I didn't either. That's why I kept my eye on the guy out of Buffalo, McGovern. I want him here. I know my bro probably watching, or he gonna watch the replay and be like, "No, leave our center alone." I want to bring him here.
Hey, what's his contract looking like?
Go look. Yeah, he is. Yes. The past few weeks, I've been like, "That's who I want here. That's who I want here."
You know what, man? I don't know if I want any players unless it's Keon Coleman
over
here.
No, I don't want Keon over here.
I want Keon.
He was already in Michigan and left. He was in Michigan, bro. He was already in the state and he left. He left. He was at Michigan State. He left. We don't want you back.
Jack Bates want him on the team too.
We don't know. We don't want you back. Go check out Connor McGovern for the Bills. That needs to be priority number 1. You bring him in. If you bring him in, I might not be so pissed at what you do in the draft. I'm like, we got a center? We got like a bona fide center, like a for real center that you signed. Okay, cool.
So you don't like Ratledge? Ratledge you don't think he can stay at center?
Leave him at guard. Leave him at what he does best. You get McGovern here, you're not worried about Ratledge going to center. You're like, stay right there at guard. We'll give you some reps here and there. Stay right there at guard. And then when we get in the draft, now you're like, okay, do we go left tackle? Because we're not waiting on Decker to make his decision, because we definitely don't want to be in the situation we were in last offseason. Or you can look at a DN. You get me, you sign a free agent center, one of the top 3. Don't play me, Brad, and sign like the 17th best and be like, we did something. Find a way to get McGovern here.
I know you've been talking about McNeil. I haven't heard nothing on McNeil at all. No whispers, anything. He's going to be here next year.
When they move, I don't know. He might. I wouldn't be super pissed at it. I'm just saying we got to do something to free up some money. You ain't getting Connor McGovern here on the salary cap you have right now.
Mm-mm. But you know what? We could get a waiver if Joseph call it a season, man. We can get that money and get a special waiver on our
I give you something. I'll tell you something, and then we can wrap up with big old thoughts on it. Despite the fact that for months, I've been saying I don't want Goff to restructure his contract. Bring the mic in, big O. Here. If you can promise me that we'll get McGovern, do it. I'll be okay with it. If you can give me a bona fide center, do it. Do it. Okay.
Big O, what you think on this, man? What you think?
Okay.
You think Goff gonna restructure or no? How you feel?
I mean, obviously, I'd rather have Linderbaum, but we're not going to get Linderbaum. But if we can restructure and we can bring him in, do it. I mean, if we can get Linderbaum and do it, definitely do it, because he's only 25 years old. But if we can get McGovern here and you're like, we're going to kick the can down the road, but we got to
listen, to be honest with you, all we need is a center that's got like 4 years experience. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That's one of those, yes.
I think Goff is at a stage where he may do it, because if he want the help, he may do it.
Shout out to Shadow. I see you.
I don't know.
Because that's
Feels
the fix.
up to me.
You needed protection. You need protection, right? So we're gonna restructure your contract so we can make sure we get the center in here. Now you got somebody that can surefire snap the ball, protect you. He'll do it. He's under contract for years to come. So it ain't like he's ready to leave. But I'm ready for him to go. But that's the only way that I would say restructure. That's the only way I would say restructure his contract. If you're not restructuring his contract to revamp the O-line, I don't want to hear about it. Do not restructure his contract and then say, we brought Anzalone back. Almost cussed. Like, you know what I'm saying?
There'd
be some goofy stuff.
What is that? That's
he's gone. He's a free agent already. Or he will be when the new season starts.
He gone.
But that's what I'm saying. Brad Holmes to get on the mic and be like, so we restructured Goff's contract and we're gonna bring back we're gonna bring back Anzalone and we signed Barry Sanders and
not Barry Sanders. He been looking real good in these commercials and
yeah, like
I know
come
he had a
on,
heart
bro.
attack and all, but we're gonna bring him back anyway. What the heck?
Yes. So I would only be for restructuring Goff's contract if you're putting that money into Linderbaum or McGovern and other linemen. I don't want any specialty players with this money. I want O-line. I want a center, and then you can look at DNs or
you talking
a tackle.
Football. This ain't gonna happen.
And then you got some freedom. I don't think that's not that far away.
That's like saying, you know what, we went to Super Bowl at Belle Isle.
You know what? You're right. I have to start looking at the fact that the NFL, at least with our teams, the NFL works a hell of a lot like the government does. Like whatever makes sense, do the opposite. And with that, I'm gonna drop the mic and
on the strip. On Belle Isle Strip.
Every time we like that makes sense, we should do that. And we do the opposite. And that's what the Lions are probably gonna do. But I'm gonna hold out hope. If you restructure his contract, bring in some help, I'm good with that. Y'all got anything else?
Man, I don't know. We want to do a show during the draft, man. I don't think you'll be able to take it, man.
You don't think so?
No, I don't think you'll be able to take it. We do live, and they picking picks. I think you would lose it, bro.
Hey, man, listen. I think it'll be fun. I'm with it. I'm with it if y'all with
it. I don't know.
Let me know by Friday.
You was at the draft, and you was my phone was blowing up.
Yeah, you said the draft. I was thinking Super Bowl. My bad. Yeah, the draft. No, we can do. We can do the draft. We can do the draft. We can. You know what? Yeah, let's live stream it because I don't. Yeah, I don't want to go this year or next year, so we can live stream it. For the audience.
Down there.
Y'all get
to Pittsburgh, so I might go.
Y'all can see my real raw reaction. So yeah. Let's plan for that. We got months to talk about that though.
Yeah, we do.
But the next time we'll be here is Super Bowl Sunday. We're gonna go live. I gotta make.
That's this Sunday, right? Super Bowl.
Yeah, that's this Sunday. Yeah, so I gotta make some social media stuff so I can push it out there, try to hype it up. We appreciate.
I push it on all my platforms and my Facebook sports page.
For sure, I appreciate it. We appreciate y'all for checking in. All of you that are checked in right now, can you double tap that screen? If you double tap the screen, it'll give a like. You only got to scroll and look for the like. Just double tap the screen. We much appreciate it. That like helps us. It pushes us further. Y'all got anything else y'all want to discuss?
3 strikes and I'm out. Oh yeah. You know, I always got stuff to discuss. We ain't talking about Pistons, man. You know what I'm saying? Pistons doing their damn thing. You got 7
minutes. Go.
Hey, salute to Bad Bunny halftime show. I don't care what nobody say. I think it's gonna be fire. I heard people talk about.
You heard the album?
No, I only heard like one song on it. I'm gonna check out the whole album tomorrow. But
he won album of the year last night. Shout out to Bad Bunny.
He got some Grammys. Kendrick got some Grammys. But people need to understand, it's only 2-time rap artists that has been in halftime. That was with Kendrick and that's with Dr. Dre. So people stop feeling a certain way. It's music. Country has been in Super Bowls previous. Rock and roll has been in previous Super Bowls. Like, it's okay, y'all. It's okay. It's only music. Like, let's not make it a certain thing. But salute to Bad Bunny.
People always gonna make it certain things, man. Some people just wake up looking for something to argue and be mad about. I don't. I wake up and I'm like, let me look at let me find all the silver linings and all the happiness.
I'm curious to see how he gonna get welcomed after his comment during the awards.
Oh, Ice Out?
Yeah.
Listen. However he responds, like it is what it is. I don't want to go down the political path on this show.
No, we ain't doing that. We ain't doing that.
But listen to this, Mike. Hey, Big O. If he shows half as good as he wrestled, we in for a good show.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Man, you don't know.
Y'all gonna
he was on WWE a couple of times and he
catch me up.
Yeah,
send me the link. Send me the clips.
Man, he did his thing on there, so he should be all right. But
so we'll see y'all Sunday. We'll be watching Bad Bunny together. Keep y'all comments respectful no matter what side of the aisle you on, because I will have the band hammer out that Sunday.
3 strikes and I'm out. You know why?
Don't get crazy. For Blue Collar Blitz, I'm your host, Maverick.
And I'm Big O.
Appreciate T-Money for stopping in, man. We will see y'all Sunday evening.
I'm gone.
Oh, my God.